All right, so this is a this is a setup. We have the app that calls the filter endpoint. I mean, it's just get all, but with the filter as a parameter, and then the API is returning the stuff for us. We know we shouldn't be doing a lot here in the data model, so we have to do it from here. One way is to add, so what we need to be able to invoke prompting and AI system. So we have this AI system. Of course, it could be part of our API, but it could be also outside, and having it outside has some benefits. One of it is that this API system could be generic, and we could be having a different type of data model there, or maybe different type of app, another app that will do essentially the same. So what we really want to do, we want to build those filters. So an app needs to be able to provide information to AI system first. So maybe let's move it here. The first step is provide context and call an endpoint here, right? This is the first thing. So the app is calling our AI API and say, oh, so this is sort of a context of what I want you to analyze, and return me ideally a JSON structure with the filters, right? So I don't have to think about it. So I give you like ideally, I give you a natural language provided by the user in a text field, and then you need to give me the filters. That would be the ideal situation, right? So I provide you with prompting. Well, we will see about the prompting or not prompting just in a second, but generally it's another API. So ideally, I would provide all context around my query. I would provide all the details how the filter works, what are the data model, what are the classes, and then the AI API is actually building the filter for us, and then we call our endpoint like we used to. And if we can do that, it's gonna be very, very handy. So we're gonna start small with creating like a very basic AI API, maybe use already existing ones, but just for you to know, there's always, well, not always, depending if you go with the frontier models or you go with open source like Ollama. You, in case of Ollama, you don't need the actual keys, because you don't pay. It's on your local machine, right? And Ollama already gives you the API, and I think it's a good start. Even though it's always good to start with frontier models because they are smarter, and then like dumb it down with more specific prompt and go with like, this is my modus operandi. So first I usually start with like frontier models, like it could be OpenAI, Anthropic, or whatever. And then if I have a system working, I can see my prompt is working, and then I try to save on costs and go with like open source models and see if I can still get the similar speed. I mean, you're never gonna get the similar speed, but at least cost reduction, right? But for the purpose of this video, because I don't want to be creating a new API all the time, and I don't want to be like taking care of things like the token management, key management. So this is why I'm going to go straight to Ollama and create my prompts on in the app here. So there's gonna be a part dealing with the prompting, and then I'm gonna be pushing that prompt into generate endpoint, or maybe completion, we will see. And then when I get, I'm expecting this to return me the filters based on my prompt. This is the most basic example, and of course, it's not production ready. I mean, normally you would create your own APIs and so on, but I wanna just visualize how can you solve problem and what prompting techniques you can use in order to achieve your goals without going with the frontier models, and using like small models locally and achieve similar results. The reason for that is I've worked with those models for some time, and I can see they give okay results. And if I want to just prototype it in the first version, it's usually a good way to go. And if you see, I'm not building a vector DB, I'm not, creating an RAG systems, I'm not fine-tuning anything. I'm just working with the basic prompt. I'm not building any chatbot, anything like this. So it's just simple prompt that is oriented around a single task. Build me the filters. So are you excited? Let's get going.